make sure that the if people say the audio is bad, it probably is because it is bad. You can follow my Twitter link too. That might be easier for you.
You're a bastard.
That might be how the stream starts. Not gonna lie.
I hope so.
I hope lie to you. I think it is. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talkin' Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, the only podcast in the world where three dudes, sometimes four, and sometimes we have guest stars as well, break down the one, the only current Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. And this time we will be going over all things you need to know regarding Tiger versus Caterpillio. We got some news on the 36 and 37 summaries that we're going to be covering. And I am joined today by Nick T and Pete. How you guys doing today?
How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing, Nick T?
Good. I'm a little confused because I thought we were talking about Tiger.
Oh, no, the rapper Tiger. No, we're talking about Tiger,
okay.
the character, the duelist,
Okay.
Rook's older sister.
Yeah, those are very different people.
Very different people. But I do want to thank all of you for making us a part of your Wednesday night. Couple of things I want to start on before we really get into this episode. I apologize that we were not able to do one for episode 34. Not to concern anyone. I don't want anyone to be concerned, although it's hard to say this next line without people getting concerned.
Yeah.
I was actually in the hospital last Wednesday night. First time I was in the hospital in a very long time. I am completely okay. Just had a very weird day. Last week, Wednesday morning, I had like an upper respiratory infection, so I tried to take a vitamin C pill. The pill ended up getting stuck in my throat. After about 10 minutes, I was able to finally get it down, but that definitely irritated my throat. Later on in the night, I tried to take liquid Tylenol, and I almost choked on the liquid Tylenol, which is bizarre because it's a liquid. And so I wasn't able to talk or breathe well. I wasn't able to breathe well, so I went to the hospital. Waiting in the lobby for about 2 hours. Everything finally kind of went down. I'm completely okay now, but we were not able to do Wednesday. The only way we don't go live is when I'm in the hospital.
Pretty much.
That's basically, otherwise, because even if there's a bad weather event or I'm sick, we would have done it remotely. Yeah, we would have done it remotely.
You could barely speak.
Yeah, I couldn't speak until Thursday, so that's the reason we missed 34. I feel like it was a valid excuse. The first time we've missed an episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, so hopefully this will be...
Really? Ever, yeah.
Forever, yeah. So we missed a few into the Vrains, I think, but first time we missed the 7's Up. So hopefully this will make up for last week, and of course be the same enjoyment, corniness that you enjoy in these 7's Up streams. I do want to thank everyone who donated 2 weeks ago for episode 33. Big thank you to Sean Gilbride, Xiao Cesar Campos, Shark King 101, Harris Khan, Ice Aiden, Adola Burst, Nick Schoner, Electric Evan, 15, Janeth Ernest, Nicholas Horton, Goosey Q, Solid Snack, Legendary Duels, Thoughtful Marek, and a big thank you to XSlayer64 who donated a very large amount over like 10 different $5 and $10 donations. So XSlayer, thank you. And thank you to everyone who donated. You're the reason these streams look so good, sound so good, and you really are Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. So thank you very much. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, and
hopefully by now, most of you have probably figured out that's not actually Pete. It does look pretty good when you just...
I know we're not going to go into donations yet, but there's one I want to read specifically because you just addressed that.
Okay.
Alan Wilkinson donated £2 saying that t-shirt looks backwards because it's a selfie. It's a mirror selfie of Pete, so the t-shirt is backwards.
I didn't notice. I really didn't notice. Yeah, because so Pete took that selfie in the mirror. It's kind of a stand-in right now. Pete is coming. We were hoping that he was going to be here before we started. He's running a little late with some things he's got to take care of. So he will be coming. When? We just don't know. Hopefully within the next like 10 minutes. But it might be like at the very end. We have no idea. So hopefully Pete comes soon. Definitely want to get his thoughts on 34 and 35. And of course everything 36 and 37 related as well.
Yep. Let's do it.
And I haven't posted my review yet on this episode, so no one really knows my thoughts. But before I get into the episode review, there is something I have to address.
Yes.
Something,
oh my God.
5 years of doing YouTube, I've never had to say anything like this. And I was hoping that I would never have to, but, there's a lot of idiots out there, really, just to put it frankly. Over the last 2 weeks, it really was just like a 1 or 2 day thing. I was pretty badly harassed by this one user individual and threatened by this one user individual to the point where I had to actually get rid of Twitter messaging for people that I am not following, which I love to keep that off because people would make accounts and, tweet very nice things to me. And again, in 5 years of doing this, I have never experienced this. And I'm sure if you're watching right now, you are not someone that I am addressing. I'm pretty open with a lot of aspects of my life and my opinions on things. But there are certain things that obviously are private and I think need to be kept private and personal, especially newer things. I think anyone with a decent amount of common sense, especially at this point, can take a step back and probably realize that there's a big change that has happened in my personal life regarding this podcast and regarding, of course, my personal life. That does not give anyone the right to harass me or another person for any sort of information that you might feel entitled to. And really, if anyone has asked me, I've been very straightforward about it. But this was a person who made a troll account and asked in a very malicious way and then reached out to other people about it. There is a little bit of privacy that I think I am entitled to, even though I am a content creator. And again, for 99.9% of you guys, this does not apply to you. I love you, but if you're watching, you know who you are. And frankly, you got to find something better to do with your life than threaten someone like me. Because I'm really not going to be shaken by it, but I'm also not going to tolerate it.
Absolutely. So. It really was just worse than them asking you, too. Because they even said, you can't hide from the truth and you can't tell us what to do. It's obviously no one in our close community here is going to be that toxic or threatening.
Right. It's someone who I don't want watching any of my content.
Exactly.
So
we have now have no way of knowing who that is. But,
zero
there's
followers.
Zero tolerance for any kind of activity.
Yeah, and the reason I'm even addressing it is because this person then reached out to the other party involved and also said some things that were I just felt inappropriate and then tried to use that as leverage to force me into saying something. It was really just a messed up situation.
Very ugly.
Obviously, again, if you have common sense, you can probably tell that things have changed with me and with my life, and that that's completely okay.
That's life.
But don't bother anyone that you think might be involved. Don't reach out to anyone or ask or especially threaten and harass. That is completely, and that doesn't even just go for me. I think it goes for any content creator or anybody in life. Any person in life, even if they're not a content creator, even if they're a friend, don't do something like that. It's horrible. And the world I always said the world has a way of rewarding people who build each other up.
Of course.
And who are very positive and kind to others. The world also has a way of spitting on people who do the opposite.
Yes.
So just remember that. Karma is real. And I hope whoever you are, you find something better to do with your life, frankly. But that's all I'm going to say about that. And I hate that I had to even start a stream by addressing it. It was something that I was not looking forward to doing.
We were going to address it last week had
I not gone to the hospital.
Right, but it's a shame.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, to everyone else, and I really mean that, you've made these 5 years of YouTube incredible, and here's to 5 more amazing years. So I promise you that if you're watching, 99% of you, that message does not apply to you. I don't want anyone to think that I'm calling them out for a message that they might. You know who you are if you did this. It's as simple as that.
It's one person.
Exactly. So
So if you're wondering why you haven't been able to DM Dylan on Twitter for whatever reason, that would be why.
Yes, unfortunately. But if I follow you, you can still DM me.
Of course.
Although I'm not good with answering DMs anyway.
Yeah, and me neither.
Yeah, I know. I'm horrible. I'm horrible at answering texts. Actually, right now, how many texts do I have?
9.
I have 9 texts. Let's see when the oldest one was.
That was me, dude. Last week I'm at 7 right now.
I have 9, and 1 is from Sunday. Actually, 2 are from Sunday it's Wednesday. 2 are from Sunday that I still have not opened. I have 9 messages. I'm horrible at answering texts and DMs. So, but anyway, again, I hate that I had to start it with something kind of negative like that, but, felt like I had to say it. So, anyway, let's move to what everyone is here for, and that is the contents of the episode.
Yeah.
Episode 35, you good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Shout out Ramsey just said, can I add you on MySpace?
Yeah, you can absolutely add me on MySpace. I'm very open with a lot of aspects of my life. It's just when someone takes it to a threatening and harassment place, that's where, you got to draw the line. Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, I'm sorry. As for the episode,
No, you're fine. Episode 35. What can I say? Again, I didn't do my review, so I'll give some quick thoughts on it. For me, I really liked it because of Tiger. Tiger 100% carried this episode for me. And one of the most interesting aspects of this episode that I think might get overlooked, although it probably doesn't and it shouldn't because it's the most interesting aspect of this episode, is, and I don't know if anyone else felt this way, Tiger seemed to have a history with this group. which was fascinating to me.
News to us right now.
Right, because Caterpillio calls her by her name, so he knows her on a first-name basis and knows who she is as soon as she appears. And she says, "What did I tell you back in third grade? Call me Tiger." And I was like, all right, well, that'll definitely be brought up again in this episode. And I honestly thought it was a little bit of a missed opportunity for them not to bring it up. I thought it would have been fascinating if maybe Caterpillio bullied Tiger in third grade.
Right.
And that was the moment where Tiger kind of, for the first time in her life, stood up for herself and said, no, I'm strong. I'm not going to tolerate this. And that's what kind of inspired her to go on this path.
Yep.
I think that would have really strengthened the personal investment on both of these characters that we would have felt throughout the duel. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't do something like that. And they just left that as a one-liner until Galleon shows up at the end. And she goes, I was expecting you to show up. And then when Galleon, it's kind of like they have a friendly conversation.
I thought she said, I was just thinking about you.
It was, I was just thinking about you, or I was expecting you to show up. Something along those lines.
Either way, she's aware of
She's aware of him. And maybe it's because she just observes everything, right? I mean, she observed Rook and Yuga dueling in episode 2, so that's what could be implied. She's also aware, or at least can tell, that this was not the full power of the Machine Cavalry Club, which was interesting.
Yeah, she knows and that guy was way weaker.
Right, and she even says, Rook and Yuga, be careful. Like, she's a little worried for them. Almost like she knows that Asana or that group has discovered the power of maximum summoning. And when Galleon says Caterpillar... Oh, yeah, she says, I was just thinking about
Which
you.
Which even sounds different than I was expecting you to show up.
Right, it sounds a little friendly, right?
Yeah.
Like a little playful.
Yeah, like you were on my mind.
Right, yeah. So, like, just very, very strange. And then when Galleon says to Tiger, hey, he did this on his own. This was actually not us assigning him to do it. He just wanted to do something for the Great One. I think Tiger said something along the lines of, oh yeah, that makes sense, or that sounds about right.
Right.
Almost like she knows the tendencies of these people and of the Machine Cavalry Duel Club. So there was definitely, I feel like, a lot more to we're on the preview with Ranze and, Galleon and Yuga. That preview was something. We're going to get into episode 36 next. But I just thought it was very fascinating and a little bit of a missed opportunity for me that they didn't address it.
Shiosei always swooping in. It's in the same vein as Speak of the Devil, kind of.
Okay. Thank you, Shiosei. But I still think that means that she knows who he is.
Yeah.
And thank you, Shiosei. For those of you that don't know, Shiosei, amazing VTuber. We had her on, or we had her owner on, I should say, at the end of season 2 during Neil and Yuga. I think that's what she's... Manager. That's what manager. I'll say it. You guys know what I mean. Manager. We had her manager on at the end of season 2. Hopefully at the end of this arc as well, whenever that's going to be. But definitely follow her. And she's the one that, of course, Entame does the translations with her group. Mm-hmm. So it's always a pleasure to have her here and to give insight like that. So it could just be because Tiger is a very observant character.
Right.
Again, going back to her observing what happened in episode 2. But I really feel like the third grade line. I mean, there's clearly
there's a history.
Right,
yeah.
That's not being observant. That's a history there. Especially because they had a direct interaction in third grade. Yep. If she had to yell at him to call her Tiger.
Yep.
So I want to know a little bit more between the two of them there. And I was kind of upset as the episode went on that it wasn't touched on again. Mm-hmm. That I thought was a little bit of a missed opportunity. All in all, though, liked the episode, and I can say that it was almost solely because of Tiger. Absolutely carried in this episode. Entirely. Neil, it was cool to see Neil again, although I gotta be honest, the scene with him didn't really... It was a little underwhelming, right?
Yeah, like he didn't give us a whole lot.
He seemed very happy and friendly. I don't know, I think it would have been better if he was a little more serious during that. But he had a smile on the whole time.
Right.
It just felt... I mean, it felt a little out of character, but maybe that's the new Neil after the maximum defeat, so you can kind of understand that, being more friendly to Yuga and the group. Although the one big takeaway there is maximums were not given to Asana by Neil.
No, they had to have been discovered from a prototype duel disk.
Up until that line of dialogue, I had been saying Neil had to have something to do with it. Pete's at the door. That is awesome. Do you want to grab Pete?
Yeah, I'll go get Pete.
Okay.
And then I'll give my thoughts about the episode.
So Nixie's going to grab Pete. We're going to remove fake Pete here. To all 100 of you, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. We really appreciate it. COVID is still, raging, but we hope to have guests on very, very soon. Pete's very quiet. Let me get rid of Pete. There we go. All right. Pete's gone. The real one's showing up. Don't worry. To everyone donating, by the way, because I can see the flashes, thank you so much. You really don't know what it means to me and how much it helps the channel. This is you can hear the volume. Oh, now the volume stopped. That is the 4th time today I've gotten an unknown call from Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know who's calling me from Omaha, Nebraska. That's like, I've gotten like 7 random calls from people. Like, it always says unknown name, and it's always a random city. Obviously, it's a scam. And again, I will go back to my opening monologue. If you take a step back and think about things, obviously things in my personal life have changed very dramatically. You know, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together at this point. But Nick T is on his way with Pete. And hopefully they will be back soon. My review should be out tomorrow or Friday. And I'm hoping that... I'm actually curious to see what Pete thinks of this episode and 34. Because obviously we didn't talk about 34. 34 I almost forget. All right, it was Sebastian. Great ending scene there. I thought the duel was interesting, but I thought the episode itself was a little underwhelming. Definitely like 35 a lot more.
Yeah, it's very unclear. We're back.
All right, they're coming. My man, Pete, what's going on?
Bro, you live, bro?
Oh, we're live, bro.
We're live right now.
No, we are live.
Right?
Yeah, we're actually live.
Good thing you didn't say anything shocking.
Oh, no. I had nothing shocking to
No,
say.
Pete never does. Well, Pete is here, so we've removed YOLO Pete from our camera, and the real Pete...
I really have that up again.
He did. Yes, he did.
Real Pete, we needed a placeholder, man. I love the hat. So Goose got Pete that hat.
Oh, yeah, it's a great hat.
Very Goose is great, man. He came and he was just...
How about you keep doing the show without
No, we want your opinion,
We want
bro.
you-
I haven't watched the episode, so I can't.
You haven't watched the episode?
Are you serious?
So I can't get it. I've been busy, dude.
No, I know you've been
Come on,
busy.
bro.
Well, okay, watch the episode and then
Alright,
join us.
I'll watch it and then join
Put on headphones. Well, or go in the exercise room and watch the
Alright.
episode.
But play it at 200%
Right.
speed.
Hold on. I guess I have.
All right, so Pete's coming out. Pete has not watched the episode.
Yeah, I have not watched the episode, so I'm gonna go do that and then I'll come back.
The worst episode of Sevens Up you've ever seen. All right,
No.
I'm kidding. Actually, there's been a lot worse. Pete's gonna watch the episode. We're gonna hear from him in about 30 minutes. In the meantime, why don't you give your thoughts?
It's like a cowherd thing. It's like I'm coming up in 30 minutes at the top of the
That's
hour.
right. Pete's coming up at the top of the hour. Exactly. Yeah.
Let me just get this. So my thoughts are very similar to yours. I really did enjoy the episode quite a bit. Mostly, again, because Tiger. She's great. She's like this electric character. She's got all this energy. But I do feel like, again, it was a missed opportunity to address the whole backstory. And instead...
So you noticed it right away, the backstory stuff.
Yeah. Sooner, like I told you in the 3rd grade, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But instead, like, not only was it a missed opportunity, instead we got this scene about her learning breathing at a statue, and that's how she got her bassoon of steel. Like... it's all fun and games. We could have gotten a backstory scene there, like an actual backstory scene there. But instead, we got some origin about her iron bassoon.
I didn't mind the iron bassoon.
I didn't mind it, but when something more important could have been placed in that 30-second time slot...
You're right. I would have definitely preferred the backstory between the 2 characters, potentially.
Right, from a storytelling perspective, it just would
Right.
make more sense to include that.
Right. I agree. Because I think that scene was great for Tiger.
Oh yeah, either
It was
way,
a cool
it
scene
wasn't
for
a bad
Tiger.
sign. It looked
but
cool.
if you do a scene that kind of includes both of them,
Then
I
it
think
would've
it
been
makes
a
it more
better-
relatable for Caterpillio as well.
Exactly,
You know,
because
and
there was a throw. Otherwise, that line kind of was a throwaway. This episode.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting too because last episode the finger Chicago I felt did not do much for that episode.
Right.
Said that in my review. I think a lot of people felt similarly
yeah.
based off my review. And for
A lot
this
of fingers lately, by the way.
whole lot of fingers. You're right.
Because finger Chicago, and then like some of the finger cards she was talking about.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Middle finger. She called her brother the F word, right? She said my middle finger of a brother.
I don't know. Wait, let's.
I'm 99% sure. Now that's not what she probably meant, but when I read it, I'm
No,
like,
I
did she
think it was
just
in
call her-
reference to the car.
I think it was too because she went over all the fingers. I just thought that line was hilarious. My middle
I
finger.
think she was calling the middle finger the older brother of like the hand, basically.
Right. That makes more sense. I just read it as my middle finger of a brother. I was like,
Also, wait, killer ace, by the way. Very sweet.
Yeah, oh, the ace was great. Yeah, great new ace. Right, and that also made me feel like Caterpillio is well aware of who Tiger is.
The long middle fingered older brother.
Yeah, you're right. Right, because Rook's not even her older brother, so
Yeah.
it's not Rook. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I just thought that was funny. Well, that was also something that was crazy to me, and I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, but when Tiger uses her new ace, which is brand new to the viewer, Caterpillio acts like he's aware of how Tiger duels and literally says, I was waiting for you to use your ace, and then activates a trap.
Right.
Even
so
though
there's a history here, clearly.
Right? So there clearly is a history,
and a dueling
at
history.
At least of them knowing each other or knowing their styles.
Yeah.
Another really interesting thing is the reporters. You know, the reporters were obviously for comedic gag. Right. They said, I wonder if Tiger purposely lost to Yuga. You know, like, and I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's the case. But I think it's crazy that she is that highly rated of a duelist.
Right, like everyone knows she's that good.
Yeah, so you have her as an insane, highly rated duelist. You have Asana who actually beat Yuga.
Right, so
you have Roman and Sushiko.
Really good like group here.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, the girls have been killing it.
The girls have been killing it, and Tiger and Asana really leading the pack in terms of dueling prowess.
And Finger Chikako, you can't forget about her.
Yes, you can. Excuse me.
I mean, listen, they're very like cute and funny,
adorable.
But Sorako added more to the episode. Finger Chikako, and we're kind of jumping between 34 and 35 here because we didn't do 34.
Yeah.
What were your genuine thoughts on 34? They know mine. They watched my review probably.
So there were parts of it that I actually did find like pretty riveting, like emotionally, especially with Sebastian, like sort of sacrificing himself so that Kaizo could go fulfill the mission, and the sort of like love-hate thing they had going on, this rivalry, but then at the end of the day, to do what they had to do, you know, there was that second of communication, which they established earlier in the episode. So I think that was really well done.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, the duel was just whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the episode, other than the fact that it did move the plot forward in that way and made Sebastian more likable, everything else was kind of a throwaway. I mean, I did not care at all about Finger Chikako.
Yeah, me neither.
I just think Sorako was way more better of a character.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
But either way, like, you know, it wasn't the worst episode I've seen. But it was okay.
Yeah.
This episode I liked a lot more, not only because of the Tiger stuff, but because you know, I like how we kind of recycle our cast, right?
Yeah.
We, like they don't just like they're not there for the episode and then gone the next.
I love that.
So like we get the reporters again, and then we get Hunter.
I forgot that they were there. The Mimi's son Yugioh.
Oh yeah, but I'm still talking about Hunter like being led to the gang.
Oh, Hunter, right from the Khan clan,
exactly,
from the dinosaur.
From the dinosaur. So like they keep coming back.
It feels very fleshed out, and Yu-Gi-Oh has always kind of struggled with that.
Right, it's
a
like
lot of
this character, they lose, and then they're gone.
Yes. Oh yeah, you will never see them again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do, and I like that a lot. And it's sort of now like we're getting this like kind of lore building with like, oh, there's these prototype duelists underground, and we're gonna find them, and like we have this opened up hall at the end of the episode. I'm liking where we're going a lot.
That hole at the end of the episode is very interesting as well because it's not a cave.
It's not a cave.
Right, they're in these cave systems that are natural and like uncut.
They're mines, yeah.
And mines. You get to this area, this is chiseled and polished.
Yep.
Like this is a legitimate tunnel.
Yeah.
So that'll be or legitimate hallway, I should say.
Yeah, it's really just a hallway.
So that'll be very interesting to see where it leads and what comes from this. Although the summary might give a little bit of an indication, which we are going to go over in a little bit. If you're just joining us, thank you. Pete is currently watching the episode. He should be joining us in hopefully about 20 minutes. We'll get his thoughts fresh out of the closet, which will be really exciting.
That'd be really great.
And do you have anything else you want to touch on in this episode?
I think
for me, Tiger just carried it.
Yeah, she did. She's great.
Phenomenal.
I think that's really all there is to. I mean, we obviously, with every episode, the humor was great. I mean, you know, a lot of the puns, the square prototype, and then like the fact that Rook picked up every single. Like Yuga had the foresight to do a whole Hansel and Gretel thing.
Yeah.
And then Rook's like, "Oh, I found these."
I know.
You
I know.
Idiot. Again. Yeah, you idiot.
And Roman is always the one. Either Roman or Gakuto are always the one that
I'm too thirsty to like talk sense into him.
Yeah.
She said.
And then she's actually pretty gross. She was about to drink
the
water on the ground of that mine.
Yeah, and then thankfully Hunter shows up.
Thankfully, because she would have gotten like I mean, that would have been horrible.
I don't want to know what happened.
But, that's disgusting.
Yeah, no, very
like
gross.
Roman, come on,
have some decency.
Have some decency. You can't do that.
One last thing, because it's something we didn't see in 34 that like kind of throw back to us. Is like when Kaiser's bringing Hunter back, we see him seeing Sebastian.
Yeah,
and like there's like that glimmer of like recognition and like, you know, grief almost for a moment. We don't see very much of it.
And then with the shot where they're leaving, there's the flowers on Sebastian.
So like that was a really good shot.
Yeah,
and
very subtle.
It made 34 better.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of nice how they did that and it paid tribute to Sebastian. I mean, I think Sebastian will be back. You know, he's a machine.
Yeah,
I think Neil will be able to revive him. But for now, he's out of the story.
You're right. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he died.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. And as this arc goes on, I keep bringing him back up. And I know, Dylan, you're a broken record. I keep bringing him back up. The person who I'm still shocked is so MIA is Roa.
Where has Roa been?
I'm still shocked.
He's not
that
coming to
Roa
the
has
picture
been
in this
out
arc.
of this story for so long.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
the
mean,
last time we saw him was
he
when
is
Yuga
the rival, right?
sought counsel. Yeah.
I mean, we believe.
I mean, at the very least for like that first arc. But now, I mean, he hasn't really been the rival as of late. I
don't know how you bring him back into the story at this point. I mean, they're going to. We know he has a pack's coming out.
There could be a million ways for him to just show up on this. I mean, they somehow brought Hunter back. I mean, which makes sense because it's excavation, but still, like...
Yeah, you can bring him back anyway.
For him to just show up on this, like, little...
I felt like... And I'm happy it was Tiger, don't get me wrong, but I felt like this would have been a good way to bring him back. Yeah. Him defending Yuga's laboratory.
Right, because he's still in this... For all we know, he's still in the city.
He's in the apartment,
so actually,
you would imagine.
You know what? Now that I think about it, though, it is kind of weird, because Tiger was on the outskirts of the city.
Right.
That's where everyone trained. That's where this whole arc's taking place.
Right.
And then she ends up in the middle of the city where Yuga's lab is.
She moves quickly.
She does move quickly, but I'm saying it's weird that she moves in, but Roa couldn't have just been there for it. It was kind of weird.
I just assume in every scene we get in Sevens that Tiger is on some roof watching.
And,
every scene.
That's kind of her like thing.
That is her thing. Yeah, and it's not creepy because it's Tiger. Like you feel like there's a legitimately good purpose to it. She's like a chaotic evil, you know, or chaotic good. I think is the phrase. Is that the phrase or is it chaotic neutral?
She's I'd say she's a chaotic. She's chaotic good.
Chaotic good. Yeah, I would say chaotic good. She carried the episode for me, and might be personality-wise. This is something I'm going to bring up in the review. With Yu-Gi-Oh characters, whenever a character activates a trap or starts talking about effect, you always get that classic anime grimace, right? That ugh, like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, Tiger, I don't think once did that.
No, because she just knows.
She just knows, dude.
Like
the confidence and swagger that she carries.
It was almost like I expected you to do that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. Yeah.
Or wait, no,
absolutely
dude.
love it.
When she starts breathing, you're like, oh, what's going on with her? And she's like, oh, I just had to take a breath. Like this
to
whole
calm
time,
down,
she wasn't breathing. Almost.
Right.
She was just.
I had to take a breath to calm down, and then you think she's about to go on a big speech. She just activates a trap card. Like, all right, you did not have to make such a scene, but it's great. It just fits her so well. Yeah.
Because it ties into the whole like her being a musician, especially a woodwind player, or like a brass player. Because or I guess no, it is woodwind. Because breathing is very important, so it really ties into the whole character and like how like. Taking a breath is like a moment of like rest and like to calm down. It just like it all really played her up very well.
A duel we have to see, by the way. Speaking of Tiger, we have to see Tiger versus Rook. I'm gonna be thoroughly upset if we do not see Tiger versus Rook.
We better.
Rush duel.
No, we have to.
Because
Rook fears her, and that they have to address that.
Yeah, and that could be a great moment where like, oh, you finally surpassed your older sister, you know, and she kind of finally credits him.
Yeah.
I hope that they end up dueling. But I'm happy she got a win, and I'm happy that Sevens continues to, as you said, not bring in characters to just lose to the protagonist and that's it.
Yep.
Or lose to a side character and that's it.
Right.
Tiger loses to the protagonist. If this was any of the previous 6 Yu-Gi-Oh shows, we'd probably see her one more time for the entire show, and it wouldn't be in a duel.
There are a few characters in this show that I could see that happen. Like I could see Caterpillio going goodbye.
Yeah.
Right, but. For the most part,
like Django, maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
Poor Django.
Yeah.
Pete hated Django.
Yeah, he was. But I did think it was funny though, because like in that episode, the gimmick was just so dumb when he's like, "Oh, I have to draw."
Yeah.
But then they brought it back the next episode with
Gakuto,
and then so it was funny.
Yeah,
and they're both singing the opening.
Know.
Like it was funny.
Oh, what is
but Django in that episode was terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't. I didn't think he was that bad.
He was just. It was like
you guys hated
they made him seem like this. I don't know. He just turned out to be really lame.
Yeah,
for the purpose of the episode.
But what was he implying when he said to Rook, Can I draw your card? And that voice blushing. Remember that scene?
He did say that did happen.
Where he was like covering his eyes, but not really.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, I felt some pretty big. You know,
there was. He was coming on to him a little bit.
There.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And he was like, no.
So Pete and Caliber are going to do a full breakdown of that scene. That should be up on my channel this weekend.
Good.
I'm
Can
kidding.
you imagine? Just that scene.
Caliber, by the way, for those wondering, he's been gone for a little bit. We still see Caliber. We still hang out with him, I promise you.
Yeah, but during the week, it's really difficult for him.
It's difficult for him because this is peak season for the financial job that he does. There's also a rumor, it's just a rumor, that he will be buying a one-way ticket to Florida at the beginning of March. And he might just be staying in Florida, working remotely for, it could be a couple of months. So we don't know. Hopefully we'll get him on before then if that happens. But it could genuinely be like, it could genuinely be like 6 or 7 more episodes before he returns.
Yes, very well could be.
Yeah, so hopefully he comes back on.
Yeah, that's not a joke. We're not making a joke.
That Florida thing is not a joke. Yeah. Actually, nothing of what we just said is a joke. Usually we do make sense. But we know someone that lives down there. He's very close with him. Lives like about an hour from the Orlando, Tampa area. Mm-hmm. That has a house down there with his wife. And so Caliber might just fly down there and work and live at that house for a little bit.
Yeah, it's remote, so he can be wherever he wants, and I guess he doesn't want to be in the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got friends down there, so.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, Caliber, hopefully, he's sent in his pick, so we know who he's picking in 36. But we'll obviously get to that when we do the pick'em. I wanted to stretch this to when Pete gives his thoughts.
How could you? I could do some donuts.
Yeah, we'll do
Let
some.
me get a water first.
Okay, we're gonna do some donations. Thank you guys so much. So we're gonna hear from you, lovely people, and after we do the donations, Pete should be ready to go.
Yeah, that should be great. Yeah, we have a decent amount of donuts.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for that. Looking into buying another lighting. Looking into buying potentially another camera, high quality camera. Because I want to have it set up where we have a bunch of different angles, and we can just kind of switch based on who's talking.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Like
the cow cam.
Like the cow cam, except like a very good camera. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see.
All right. So we've got $11.11.
Sean Gilbride. Sean, I hope you're doing well. Sean was in the hospital 2 weeks ago.
Oh, geez.
When we did this.
Yes,
you were
right.
gone, but I told you about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Sean, thank you so much, man.
Hope you're doing okay.
Yes.
Here he says, it sucks that I'm stuck inside due to 2 feet of snow falling where I live in Iowa in the last week, with record cold coming up. Jesus. The good news, one more reason to marathon Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything videos all day.
Hey, Sean, I love you, man. I got a couple more videos coming out for you by the end of the week, so hopefully you'll enjoy. Tomorrow will be about the new Ignister cards. Friday will probably be the review on this episode, so that'll be a lot of redundancy if you've watched this stream. And then Sunday will be... We got to talk about that scene. That's probably going to be the title of the video. And it is going to be me breaking down the steamy Aki Yusei scene at the end of 5Ds. Little Valentine's Day special for you guys. So that'll be funny. That. Yes. That is the most excited Nick T has ever sounded for any of my videos in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Sean.
Dude, I wish we could have done the...
MILFs?
Yeah, that's all right.
For Valentine's Day? Yeah. What about for Mother's Day? I feel like it would be better for Mother's Day.
It could work either way, But yeah, maybe we'll have it ready for Mother's Day.
Well, yeah, that MILFs is coming out on Mother's Day. Top 10 moms. It's not going to be called Top 10 MILFs. You can say that in the video, but I don't want to imply anything. You know?
Yeah, no, I get that. You don't want to get it flagged. I get it. But if you're watching, then you know what you're signing up for. Anyway. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
We've got Drone President, the controller, with $5 Canadian.
Thank you, Cabby.
I missed you. A week without talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's up is not complete for me. Also, my birthday is in 2 days. Hashtag Badass Tiger.
Badass Tiger, get it trending. Cammy, happy early birthday to you. Thank you for the donation. And hey, I missed all of you. It did not feel like a normal week without this podcast. It really didn't. And again, we have not missed a week. So, like, it was weird. It takes me going to the hospital to prevent me from doing this podcast. Just remember that. I love doing this. So, thank you, Cammy. Again, we are waiting on Pete. He should be done in about 10 minutes. And then he's going to give his thoughts on this episode fresh out of the closet. Yeah, it'll be good. But we'll take donations in the meantime. Thank you, Cammy.
Oh, real quick, because Tyler DeBauer said don't get flagged, especially if you discuss Mimi. I'm realizing now that
Oh well, we're not discussing. You're not discussing Mimi.
No, because this was set up before pre Mimi.
It was set up pre Mimi, but I remember when Mimi was introduced, you and Caliber both said you did not feel comfortable.
Yeah, also because the age was in question at the time.
Yeah.
So spoiler, she's not included in the video.
Sevens will just not be included. Yeah, although she's the only eligible.
Exactly. Yeah. Just I don't want to get anybody's hopes up and then them be disappointed, but she's not going to be in that video. Plenty of other fun surprises.
I hope you guys know I'm not taking part in the video. I will edit it and record it.
Yeah.
But I am not giving my own list.
Why not?
You and Caliber are doing it.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I think it's just I think you boys.
You know the show better than anybody.
I do. But you know that type of quality list better than anybody.
That's fair. I'll take that. We have 5 pounds from Nicholas Horton.
Thank you, Nick.
I give praise to Studio Bridge and how they've handled the girl characters, especially during this current arc and what's next for the girl characters. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, Nick, I'm going to have a video coming out. I'm going to have a video. Oh, Bam just texted me. Bam, I'm doing well, man. I'm not in the hospital. I was in the hospital for... It's fine. I'm completely okay.
His throat took a beating.
My throat took a beating. I couldn't breathe and I choked on something, but it was liquid. It got down. It's fine. It just took a while to get down the old gullet. But Bam, I'm doing well, and thank you for being here, Bam. Nicholas Horton, thank you for the donation. Sorry, I lost track of myself there. And yeah, I'm gonna have a video out later this month called something along the lines of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens has the best girl characters, just something brief like that, because quality and quantity, I've been saying it for weeks, they just have. I mean, it's not even comparable. So that'll be a fun video. So I'll have a whole video dedicated to that, Nicholas. And thank you for the donation.
We got a $10 dono from XSlayer64.
XSlayer, the man. What's going on, dude? Thank you, man.
Hey there, everyone. Hope you're having a good day.
Yes.
Really enjoyed the episode, but the next 2 episodes is something. I had to say, what the F is this show already?
Yeah. Hold on. I think the one thing you missed there, XSlayer, is that cannot be the first time you have said, what the F is this show.
No, yeah.
We had a summary about Rook dueling a cat. We had
Yuga dueling a chair.
Yuga dueling a massage chair. Like, it's been weird before. And while the Rook Cat episode's probably my least favorite,
same.
The Yuga Sebastian episode was fine.
Yeah, it was actually a good duel.
Yeah. 37 is freakily bizarre. And 36 is also a little strange. We're going to talk about 36, 37 after Pete gives his thoughts and after we get through these, donations. I always like to break it up because of people that don't want spoilers. They have a chance to leave the stream or leave the podcast before we get into spoilery stuff. So please stay tuned, XSlayer, because we are going to get into all of that. But thank you so much for the very generous $10 donation. I really appreciate it, XSlayer. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. We've got $5 from Adola Burst.
Maddie!
He said $5 for the support. Missed out on the Valentine's merch. They opened while I was asleep and sold out. LOL. So donations away.
So Maddie is someone who in January donated a crazy amount of money to me, and I told him, because I spoke with him, he was like, yeah, I'm saving up for Fire Force Valentine's merch. And I said, all right, well then I don't want you donating to me. And he said, yeah, I'm not gonna. And I was like, okay, good. Well, on Twitch a couple nights ago, he gave me 4,000 bits.
Oh, yes.
And at a night, he donates $5. Maddie, donations away. You can save it, man. You can get them on, well, I guess it wouldn't be wholesale anymore. What, it would be eBay? Resale. And they're probably going to be jacked up. I'm sorry you didn't get that merch, man. I know you were really looking forward to that merch. But hopefully more cool merch comes out, Fire Force or Jujutsu related. And actually, one of my Egyptian God tier patrons, XZ's Lover, requested top 10 characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. So I will be doing a top 10 Jujutsu Kaisen characters video.
Dylan from Anime?
Probably on Super Deep Prod or Dylan from Anime. I don't think it'll be on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. Although I was thinking of uploading it on April 1st on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. I feel like that would kind of work.
It would kind of
as like an April Fool's thing.
Like, wait, he changed.
Yeah, why is he talking about this show? So maybe I'll do it, but I gotta ask Josh if he would be okay with that, because that's like a month and a half away.
Right.
So you will be getting a Jujutsu video for anyone that watches that show. But Maddie, I love you, dude. Thank you very much.
Oh, Daniel J. Edwards is here. He said, what if you could battle the talking duel?
Daniel, that's where we might be going. So we're joined by Daniel J. Edwards in the chat. Unexpected join. Daniel's been on the channel many times. We're very good friends with Daniel. Great dude. The voice of Aigami in the English dub of Dark Side of Dimensions. The voice of Varus and Gore in the English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Hopefully, we'll have some sort of role in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. Obviously, we know Sevens is getting a dub. We will probably, for a while, won't know any casting announcements. But if Daniel is participating in that, if he is, we wish him the best of luck in the audition process. Daniel, we love you, man. You've done some amazing stuff for this community.
Really talented guy.
Really talented guy. Really friendly guy, too.
Yeah.
And really active in the community.
Yeah.
So, Daniel.
Those songs, dude,
the songs are great. I mean, you gotta find the songs. Just click his name in the chat. You should go right to his channel. He's got custom Revolver songs. He's got so many good songs. Daniel, we love you, man. Thank you for coming by.
We have 10 pounds from Nicholas Horton.
Thank you, Nicholas.
When they said the name of the mineral, Gohananium, what their devices are made of reminds me of Gundam Wing. Yeah, the Gundams themselves are also made from strong metal, Gundanium. Definitely could be a. I mean, often I feel like at this point it might be a trope.
The studio is a derivative of Sunrise.
Yeah, so it definitely could be a reference to that. I know a lot of.
I thought of the one in the Avengers.
Yeah, Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Yeah, there's always like a made up ore that they use to make the strongest thing. So it is kind of a trope at this point, but it definitely could be a direct reference to the Gundanium. Actually, yeah, I think it is specific to Gundam Wing.
Is it pronounced Gohanium or Gohanium?
How do they say it? That's a good question.
Gohanium?
I don't know how they said it.
I don't know.
No?
Well, doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't.
But yes, I also thought of that as well.
Cool little reference there, Nicholas. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the donation.
$5 from Nick Schoner.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, my man.
I like both episodes. This one a little bit more. Sebastian's death shocked me and wasn't surprising that he went first, and his deck is very beautiful.
Yeah, I love Sebastian's deck. That can't get understated. I know a lot of people felt that duel was underwhelming.
The duel wasn't underwhelming.
His
deck
boss monsters are beautiful.
Cool. Very nice.
That new monster that sits on the throne, the ridiculously long-named monster. Mm-hmm. I love Sebastian's deck, so thank you for saying that, Nicholas, because I completely agree with you. But Nick, Sebastian's death did shock me. I was shocked at how sad I got watching a massage chair break down and die.
Yeah, right? How is that?
Me.
Yeah, I was like, why is this upsetting to me?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But it was.
It was. Yeah, they did it well. But Nick, thank you for the donation, my man.
Oh, also interesting thing here that I guess there's a conversation going on about the last episode a little bit, but Chiose comes in here with Kaizo's 0.5 second thing from last episode is a reference to an old Power Rangers Super Sentai thing.
Oh.
Wow.
I never watched either.
See, dude, dude, it's packed full of references.
Yeah, it's got a ridiculous amount of references.
Let me just get this. That is crazy.
Yeah. I would love when Sevens ends. I should start keeping track of it in a Google Doc sheet.
All the references.
All the references. I would love to do a collab with Chiose.
Yeah, if you don't start now, you might have to
rewatch
the whole series.
I know, I'm probably too far behind. I mean, this is ridiculous. How many references they do.
Honestly, though. Did I miss any? Cool. All right, let's keep going. We have another Wait, nope, never mind. Sorry. I was about to read the same one over again.
Nick, we do appreciate it.
Yes. Though. Oh my God. $2 from Ice Aiden saying, "Glad to hear you are better from your throat, Dill."
Thank you. Yes, my throat is feeling much better, much clearer. I can actually speak. I can actually. After a couple hours, I was finally able to inhale without coughing, but I wasn't able to exhale without coughing.
Yeah, between sentences.
It was just liquid acetaminophen or something like that. Acetaminophen. It was just
methamphetamines.
Not methamphetamines. It was just liquid Tylenol that just went down the wrong pipe and just got stuck. And I mean, after a while, it got better. But man, it was scary, very scary.
Yeah, crazy.
But Ice Aiden, thank you. Thank you.
$10 from Drago77 Blue.
Thank you so much, Drago. That's a very kind donation. Thank you.
I like this episode because of Tiger, Haruka,
yes.
and Caterpillio.
Yes.
Caterpillio is by far the best possible one-off characters. Oh. He made one heck of a first impression, being serious and intermediated? I think you meant intimidated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Intimidating.
Drago, thank you for the very generous $10 donation. I haven't really spoken much on Caterpillio. We kind of ignored that. He wasn't that forgettable for me.
No.
Like Finger Chicago was.
No.
I thought he was, if he's a one-off duelist and you compare him to the, Arata, the dishwasher guy, or if you compare him to Schrodinger, he's in a different league.
Yeah, he's way better.
Completely different league. Finger Chicago, different league. I just, even Django, I liked him a little more than Django.
I liked him more than Django.
I just wish
I liked his gimmick was actually really good. The whole dismantling thing,
right? And it
was in line with the cavalry class.
The symbolism that I love too is he's breaking all these outfits. He strips Yugioh and his friends down by breaking their outfits, and they run off. And at the end, he gets broken.
Right.
Tiger dismantles him, which was great. The mask gets, so that was really good symbolism.
And in that moment, we also see like a little bit more humanity from Galliant when he hands him the pieces of his mask back to him.
Yeah, Galliant low key is starting to become one of my favorite characters.
Agreed.
Which is kind of crazy to say because when I first met him, I did not think I'd like him at all.
No.
He has been extremely noble in these last couple of episodes, and sure, what he did with Ranze and Rinosuke, although we don't know how they were treated. They might have been treated kindly, just that they were forced to transfer. I don't think Galliant's done anything where I was like, wow, he's really a messed up guy. And he's acted very vigilantly.
He's taken losses quite well.
Yeah, kind of weird that he, pops up in the middle like a ground. Like, I mean, let's not overlook that. No, pops up like a groundhog. He's a weird dude. Yeah. Right, when he lost, he took off his shirt and he acted like he was leaving. And then in the next episode, he's with Roman and all that.
He decided to go back to the beginning and start digging.
I know. So he's a weird dude, but I like Galliant a lot. He's someone who's grown on me quite a bit. And yeah, Caterpillio, he was good. He was good. I mean, I didn't love him, but I liked him a lot. And Drago, I'm happy that you liked him.
Yeah, I think he was a good character.
Yeah,
because for the first time, like he was actually like intimidating as opposed to like Arata and Schrodinger, who are like not at all.
No.
So he's in his own league, and same with Django. I think he's better than Django as well. Yeah. But yeah. So we have $5 again from X-Slayer.
Thank you so much, X-Slayer.
So you're getting your favorite character from the entire Yu-Gi-Oh series with Black Rose upgrade and now Stardust upgrade.
That's right, yeah. So Black Rose Dragon, Aki's boss monster, the lead of 5Ds. You haven't met yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Oh, you just met her.
Yeah, the one of the last. I mean, obviously it's been a while, but we met her when she showed up as the masked.
Pete's almost caught up on Legacy reviews, so you can start doing them as collabs soon.
Yeah.
If you still want to. But her ace got an upgrade after 10 years.
Wow.
Black Rose to Blood Rose. And then you say Stardust just got an ace. That was revealed last night while I was streaming, actually, Pokemon. So, yeah, really excited, man. I mean, I love 5Ds. I think that's no secret at this point.
It's a great
but I also just love when older, iconic anime monsters get upgrades. It's one of my favorite things. I love when they get support. So, X-Slayer, I'm feeling pretty good. Also, at Ignister, we got some really cool eye design. I showed you that one artwork where it's I as the Ignis form looking at a character that looks like Playmaker. Yeah. And I showed you the scene in the anime where it's the final scene where I as a human is holding out his hand.
Yeah.
So, like, the symbolism, even with the at Ignister cards that I'm going to cover soon, are great. So, yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool with the OCG stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And thank you, X-Slayer.
We've got $5 from Jack Knight 21.
Thank you, Jack.
Said, hey guys, how's it going? Being 20 so far feels weird compared to being 19. I can relate. Nick T, I am learning a song called A Little Faster by There for Tomorrow. I'm actually not familiar with the band or the song, but I will absolutely look at it's right here. I just pulled it up. I'll give it a listen. Oh, they're Hopeless Records band. That's pretty cool. I'll check him out. I'm glad he's been learning a lot of songs. Like,
yeah,
dude, you're really tackling that curve well. So,
Jack, happy belated, man. I think I already wished you a happy birthday, but yeah, Jack has joined us all us old people in the 20s. So welcome to the 20s, Jack. It'll fly right by, and you'll be 30 before you know it.
No, I don't say that.
Now we're closer to 30 than 20. Does that bother you?
No.
No, it doesn't bother me either. I don't really care.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it is what it is. We're all getting older. Yeah, I can't walk anymore. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you know. Your throat's taking a beating.
Queen. Fucking Queen.
Yeah, that was
one of my favorite moments from when we had Entame on.
That was so good.
Oh man. And I did it unintentionally too. I realized it after the fact.
Yeah, that was such a good. Things just kind of,
Well, the problem is I word vomit a lot. So
it's okay, dude.
I say things that doesn't make sense from what people would say a literature perspective and from what other people would say a general perspective.
Sure.
So a lot of times I'll just say things and logically it makes no sense.
Yeah, I like that.
And I that's really all there is to
That's
it.
what I love about you, though.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
It happens a lot in a good way. It
happens off camera too. I want you to know that.
Oh yeah.
It happens
yeah.
probably more off camera.
We have another $5 from X-Slayer.
X-Slayer, thank you, my man.
Whoever in Bridge right now putting Gundam, Star Wars, and more Marvel references, you deserved a raise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Studio Bridge, keep doing good work.
Yeah,
we love the references. I love references.
I love
Easter
references.
eggs. So that's something that I've really enjoyed about the show. And X-Slayer, thank you for another donation, man.
Oh, man.
I really appreciate it.
My guy's killing it.
We have just on the docket, episode 36 and 37 discussion, who we are picking for episode 36, and Pete's analysis on 35. I feel like Pete's been watching the episode for a while.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's been more than 25 minutes.
It's only been more than 25 minutes. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Hold on. Well, I have the time that he came in.
Then you have like...
Oh, maybe not, because he came in at 9:10.
It's
so
close.
He's probably going to be done any minute.
Yeah.
And then he'll give his thoughts on the episode.
So we have another $5 from Drago Blue 77.
Thank you, Drago.
I like everyone but Rook in this episode because of his antics again. I really want that to change, and I also like Roman as the voice of reason to him.
Yeah. Roman and Rook have a very interesting relationship. This is just how Rook is.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that to change, but I get what he's saying. Like, it really kind of inconveniences our group sometimes with some of his antics.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny.
It's kind of fascinating to me that Rook is probably the stupidest guy in the show, yet he is the best duelist.
Yeah, he's just so good at dueling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all like 90% of his brain power just goes to dueling.
Although I have so much sympathy for Rook, because whenever I get frustrated with Rook, I think back to the first episode of this arc when he had that really weird episode and summoned, Dragears' upgraded version, where he was dueling himself and then just had that breakdown in the middle of the duel and started crying because
I felt bad for him.
I felt horrible for him. So whenever I get frustrated about Rook, I always think of that scene, and I'm like, yeah, he's dumb, but it's not in a malicious way.
Chiming in,
Pete, what are you doing? Pete, get in here, bro.
What the hell? What is this?
Well, hold on, he hasn't been long done.
There's no way he could
he started around 9:17, so
yeah.
He's 5 minutes done. Pete, come on, man.
Jesus, man. But yeah, no, I always feel for Rook, honestly.
Yeah.
He's the top of the hour. All right, I'm gonna give him the 13 minutes, whatever.
All right, fine. Top of the hour. In the meantime, we're gonna remove YOLO Pete to make way for Pete's real entrance.
But thank you again, Drago. We have $2 from Bam. Wow. Fact: Dylan keeps Pete locked up in his closet.
Well, now it sounds true, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, because now
because now he's stuck in the closet. Bam, Brian, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for the $2 donation. I hope you're doing well, man. We got to talk soon. We got to catch up, man.
Absolutely. It's
Thank
been a
you,
while.
Bam. Yes, it's been a long time. Thank you, Bam.
Drago 77 Blue again with another 5. Have you noticed that Sevens is on the verge of having as much cast as Yugioh, as GX and Arc 5, and we're only like 35 episodes.
Yeah, so that's
a huge cast.
A very big cast, but the reason for that, Drago, and there's an obvious reason, I think, is because when they introduce a new character, especially in the early seasons, they would introduce that new character with 2 of their friends.
Right.
The Journalism Club.
Yep.
Yugioh.
The
Excavation Club.
Yeah.
Even Roa's little group.
Yeah, Roa's
had
group.
The guitarist and the bassist, or the bassist and the drummer. I'm sorry.
And soon after introducing what's his name?
Django.
Ramen Kid.
Ramen Kid. That's right. Right. Sushiko. And what is his name? I remember it. But it's not relevant. Remember that bet we have that he's got to show up by episode 41?
No, Nick Yagi, I know.
Menzaburo.
Menzaburo, yeah.
You remembered Nick Yagi.
Yeah.
You didn't remember...
I share a name with them.
That doesn't excuse it. That's
Menzaburo.
So for those of you that don't know, we have a bet. What is the bet again?
I don't remember.
Nick Yagi has to show up by episode 41, I think it is, for you to win. If he doesn't show up, then I win.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to speak, just show up.
Right, he has to show up.
But what do we win?
I have to join you guys in the Applebee's thing, I think.
No, because you don't have a varsity jacket.
Oh, what was it about?
Oh, the Yugi wig the entire stream.
Oh, yeah.
The uncomfortable Yugi wig, that's it.
But if I win...
Then I have to wear the Yugi wig the whole stream.
Oh, that was it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. We have 5 episodes.
Oh, and the winner gets $200 from the loser.
Nah,
Bow.
Wait, what? Yeah, I think initially we didn't do the Applebee's thing, but I don't have a varsity jacket, so we can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, me and Gallagher still oe a varsity trip.
Yeah, because I remember Dylan saying like, "Oh, you don't have one for band," and I said, "I didn't do band."
You should have.
Hey, Jordan's here. Wait, is it just you two tonight? No, Pete is here. Pete's here.
Oh my God, Jordan came by a Talking Yu-Gi-Oh stream. Wow, rad. Jordan, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's just the two of us, but Pete is here somewhere.
Pete is here. He's getting changed. He should be out top of the hour. But Jordan, thank you for coming by. A lot of you probably remember Jordan. Some of you might not. Jordan was a very integral piece in starting up this podcast when we did Ranze. I think she's been on one Sevens Up episode, but she's only been on the channel twice in the last year and a half, probably. Probably close to that. So for a lot of newer people, you might not actually remember Jordan, but Jordan was a very, very big part of the show. And obviously Nick T's better half. So Jordan, thank you for coming by. We appreciate it, and hopefully she will be able to come on at some point after dark or something.
I know. I tried to get her to watch the show early on.
I know, it gets to a point where it's so intimidating.
She's like 35 episodes behind.
It gets to a point where it's tough. Jordan would have liked this show more than Vance,
that's what I think.
Yeah.
What's up, girl? Let me holler at you. Solid snack with $5 Canadian.
Thank you, Sora.
Amazing episode. Tiger is a queen, almost as good as Mimi. Better than Mimi, I think. Super excited for 37. Sounds like an interesting episode. Wonder what Dub's deck will be.
Pete's gonna love that summary.
Dude, oh my God.
Pete's gonna flip. I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're gonna go over 36 and 37 Sora, but Tiger is a queen. Listen, I said to you, I absolutely love Tiger.
I think she's great.
Probably my favorite girl in the show right now. One of my favorite characters.
Up there, top 3 for me.
Yeah. So Tiger's got to keep doing what Tiger's been doing. But Sora, thank you for the donation, my man, and we're gonna discuss 37 coming up.
Issue said, isn't Dylan Nick T's better half?
I am. Well, I used to be in high school, but then Jordan came in the picture.
You make it like Jordan and I dated like right after high school. I didn't meet Jordan for another 4 years.
When did you meet Jordan? Senior year?
Yeah.
Wow. You've been out of school that long?
Yeah, dude. I'm old.
Yeah, I know you are. Well, people don't know this, but Nick T's 4 years older than me.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I graduated from college in 2012.
Yes. And Jordan is 5 years younger than me. So, so do the math. That's a little math. That's a little.
I'm 31. She's 20.
That's
22.
That's a little algebra for you guys.
No. Oh God, that'd be very bad.
I cracked myself up, man.
None of that is true.
No,
Dylan and I are the same
age,
age, maybe only 8 months apart, and Jordan's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Let the record show
that there is not a 9-year age gap between Nick T and Jordan.
Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. Drago Blue with another $5.
Thank you, Drago.
I hope we continue to have serious characters that's on par with Neil and Caterpillio. Seven needs to continue pushing more serious characters. I do agree. Like I like all the comedic relief characters, but we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I think the more serious characters we introduce, the more we're able to push this plot going.
Yeah.
I think Tiger finds actually a very good balance.
Oh yeah,
How serious she is funny. To me.
Yeah, no, I that's what appeals to me so much about Tiger. I think Tiger is up there with Neil and Caterpillio in terms of being serious.
Yeah.
Tiger to me does not seem comedic at all, and the times where it is comedic, maybe doing the breathing exercises and stuff, she's not trying to be funny.
No,
that's who she
dead
is.
Serious.
And as you said, that's kind of what makes it funny.
Yeah.
So no, I know this whole episode is just about us standing Tiger, but I really do like Tiger a lot, and I think. As you said it perfectly. She does provide a good balance. Between the two.
And Daniel asked, wait, the character's name is Tiger. Yeah, well, her nickname is Tiger. Her actual name is Haruka.
Haruka. She's Rook's older sister.
Yeah.
So she's the blue-haired kid's older sister that got introduced a few episodes ago. Fierce as hell. I mean, one of the fiercest girl characters we've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. At a similar level of Serena or Selena from Arc 5, and I think.
And then he said, and Caterpillio, yeah, named after like the sort of machines. You know, like you see Caterpillar, like bulldozers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his nickname. His real name is like Zionga or something.
Yeah.
Daniel, you should watch it, man.
Yeah, you should.
The show is so ridiculous. It's hilarious, and I really do like it. It appeals to me.
Yeah, it's
like
great.
I did not think that it would. It's a fun show. It's funny because Kamau Art, who does so many amazing pieces that we have down here, and my profile pic and the characters you always see at the end of my videos. She came by one of my Twitch streams and she said that she heard there was a talking massage chair. And I was like, yeah, there is, because she hasn't watched Sevens, and she said, yeah, now I feel tempted to watch it. And I'm like, so that's what caused you to want to watch the show.
Something
a
so
talking
ridiculous.
Massage chair. But like that's, I mean, really, like.
Some of the ridiculousness is like, wow, maybe I should check this out.
Yeah.
Like, what is actually going on here?
Right, right. It's so ridiculous that like you can't sum it up.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many layers to it. And that's what makes Sevens Up for me so much fun. Because every week you have some other crazy thing to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
But Drago, thank you so much for the donation.
So we have 3 more. I just want to make. Did I miss it? I don't think we had any. Whatchamacallit.
Hopefully Pete will be coming top of the hour, so 4 more minutes. Pete will give his thoughts, then we'll hop into 36, 37 stuff.
Cool.
Pete is here.
Oh, real quick before I get to the next one, Pink Penguin asked me if Naoki was in the show. Do you think he'd fit in with it? I'd say yes. I actually do think yes.
Oh, Naoki would fit into the show.
Perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly. Actually, I feel like Naoki was planned to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, and they just lost a bet with Studio Bridge and was like, all right, well, we'll have to put him in our show then. Like, that's almost what I feel like happened.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
He was the only, like, really one of the only non-serious characters in Vrains.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Other than, like, the Penguin and, not Penguin, Pigeon and...
Right, and they got written out of the show after season 1.
I
like to think they got killed. That's kind of a headcanon.
This is the way you said that. I'd like to think they got killed. What?
Like they got killed by Blood Shepherd. You know?
You're just so happy. You said that like as if you said that the way as
in the Vrains.
As if you said, I'd like to think they're doing well out there. Except you said, I'd like to think they got killed.
Do you remember when Blood Shepherd took that one penguin by the head, the hacker? And he didn't rip his head off,
it.
but he shocked it and then
died.
And he did the emotion as if he was being hung, like by a noose. Yeah. Like you can see the life drain out of it. Yeah.
That was really nice. That was fucked up. And then the next episode he got logged out.
Right, and then well no, because then his friend Penguin says, I'm gonna get you back for this, and he runs off. We never got that duel.
No, he didn't get him back for it.
Yeah. So he watched his brother die, and then...
Maybe in the real world, too.
Well, I'd like to think no. You said that with too much belief. All right, next donation. We're getting off topic.
Nicholas Horton with another £5.
Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you guys so much. Jesus.
I hope Roman duels again this arc, or she'll be the only member of the main cast not to duel one of the Cavalry Club members. Possibly Roman versus Asana.
Yeah, getting decently nervous about Roman. If the arc ends in 39, based off what we know in 36 and 37... I'm starting to believe that Roman is not going to duel again, to be completely honest, which will be fascinating because that means Tiger got 2 duels, Asana got 2 duels. To me, it's not a huge issue. She lost, obviously, the only duel that she's been in this arc to Sushiko. And she dueled in that duel to kind of train for this tournament that it doesn't seem like is going to happen anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah, her only duel this arc was with, Sushiko, and she lost.
Right, she lost.
So very interesting that she hasn't had a substantial duel yet.
Yeah, the arc might not end in 39, and there's also a small part of me that feels like she might be dueling in this next episode because we don't know who Ranze is dueling, and if Rook's dueling in 37 and Gakuto just dueled, could we be getting a Roman versus Galliant but Ranze steps in duel? Where Roman duels Ranze? I think it's possible. Right, because we don't know who Ranze is dueling. We know she's dueling someone in Team Yuga. But based on the preview or summary, there's no context clues to take from it. Could be Gakuto, but Gakuto was the last member of the core 4 that dueled.
Yeah, he just won. So
right,
it'd be weird for him.
Right, and he just beat Galliant.
Right.
And if Rook's dueling in 37... Maybe you have Yuga duel, but I feel like it would be a spot for Roman.
That'd be good spot for Roman.
Yeah, unless Ranze is dueling Yuga, and that's what the whole love triangle thing is.
Right.
Because she's dueling for Galliant, but she's dueling against Yuga. As a few people just said, it definitely could be Yuga. That would make sense, I guess, with the imagery and Ranze's character. It would just make more sense if it was Yuga, as Shiosei and Lone Tam and a few of you guys just said. But we'll see. We'll see.
To be determined.
I agree
Roman needs a significant duel soon.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I think if she versus Asana, I think she's going to get smacked.
She will.
But...
Which maybe wouldn't be the best for her right now because she just took a loss and she's been doing so well other than that loss. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I think if... Yeah, I don't know. Wins and losses aren't everything.
They're not.
I think
when you have like a loss that was like kind of weird, it's like not weird, but like a character that like isn't significant, right? Sushiko, and then have her get smacked by a main character, it's a little bit of a not a downward spiral, but a loss of momentum.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it is 10 o'clock, so I want to bring on the guest for the night. We are bringing on our friend Pete. You might know Pete. He is the runner of Clueless Gamers. Yeah. Reacts to WandaVision on there. Pete, it's a pleasure to have you joining us tonight.
Dude,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Pete, we're happy to have you on.
It's great to be here.
How's your day been?
Oh, it's been good, dude.
Good. I've been doing good. So, your thoughts on episode 36 or 35? Excuse me. You just watched it, fresh out of the oven.
Just watched it. Yeah. Liked it.
Real quick. I just have two more. Should I just run the last two?
Run it.
Yeah.
Run it.
That way we're not just
run
sitting
it
at two.
Run it back.
Why is my mom calling me?
I'll answer.
Because you saw you were live. Answer
Adola burst with another $10.
Maddie, come on. Thank you, my man.
If you're doing a top 10 Jujutsu Kaisen list, then I need to know your Fire Force one then too. I did get lucky with some Jujutsu Kaisen mugs.
Dude, you got to send me those mugs. I love the plates. This guy finds the best.
He's got everything.
Yeah, he had plates that had like the Jujutsu Kaisen characters on it, like silverware.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
incredible.
So
it's incredible.
So
I got to get it. Actually, he did send me the link. I should order some. Maddie, thank you for the $10 donation. And maybe I'll be doing a top 10 Fire Force one as well. I'm going to wait as long as I can for Jujutsu Kaisen because I kind of want to make one after the arc ends. I don't know how many more episodes the arc is going to be, but I got to talk to Josh about it. But definitely look forward to that video, my man. I'm excited.
And finally, the last one so far, X-Layer with another $5. Each main set right now had all use monsters from every series, so the next main set might have a Brains monster in the cover art. Heat Leo upgrade.
Yeah, we might get a Soul Burner upgrade.
I would like that. Calibro
would love that.
He's
getting the tattoo of Soul Burner.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So,
can't wait.
Me neither.
I would pay the executives at Bridge to put him somehow in the show just so Cal has to get the tattoo.
Even because if Soul Burner appears on like a poster, that counts, right?
I think it counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Right. I would easily give them thousands of dollars. Just
remember
he has that for life.
Yeah, I would match whatever you would give.
Right?
Yeah.
He has it from life.
Yeah, I would match that. Maybe we could just write to them. They put Jack's bike in it. Why can't they just have a poster of Soul Burner?
He's in the background. He's just like he's cheering.
Right, or he's just randomly in the audience at one of the Guitarist M concert or Princess M concerts. Princess G. Yeah, Guitarist M.
Yeah, you're going every letter of the alphabet.
X-Slayer, we love you, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Pete, your thoughts on 35?
Well, first, when I was back there, I was like, wait, is this Daniel J. Edwards, like the Daniel J. Edwards?
Yeah,
is in the chat
here.
Right now?
He's here.
And then he just complimented my hat, so how much better did my day get?
And so, Goose gave
me this hat.
Yeah.
So that's how you get that blank.
I think it's a licensed...
It probably is.
Product.
I mean, Goose
it's
is a
got
guy.
the stitching on it, and it's got like a...
It's legit.
I've looked for that hat because I wanted one of my own.
You couldn't find it.
I can't find it.
Exactly.
We have to find out Goose's secret.
Yeah, it's your hat.
Hey, man, you should have been wearing hats all this time. Thoughts on 35?
He's got a point.
Nice. Can't blame him.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked the episode a lot. I feel like for the first time in 35 episodes, we had a duel between two serious characters, which was really nice, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Caterpillio guy, whatever the hell his name is, liked him. You know, he was a good one-off character, probably. I like that he kind of like went against the Machine like Cavalry Club and was just like doing his own thing. He was like a rogue agent.
Yeah.
And there's this weird thing happening because I just watched like 34 and 35 like back to back today.
Okay.
Like in last couple hours. And Galleon is becoming an odd character. Like, he's just
so funny that you said
he's
that.
just everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's got the the tank top going on last episode and he's just digging around. And Roman even goes, "Why are you still here?" And he's just like, "Oh, he loves shovels because he has to go to basic, machinery." Like, what? And then in this episode, he's somehow like, this is probably a pretty far way from where our crew is.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to tell me he dug there with a pickaxe?
Yeah, it seemed like
And he dug all the way there. It's just like, yeah, come home.
Yeah.
I'm like, so he's he's basically the dad of this group because it's been implied in the past that he is way older.
We have
than
no idea how
everyone
old.
there.
Yeah.
So I like the character. I really do. It's just at this point it's becoming a little meme-ish.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah, he's great.
The duel was really good. Enjoyed it. Tiger is just awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm happy you liked her.
She's just awesome. I just gravitate towards serious characters, and I feel she kind of treads a little, like there's a little comedy there, but it's more her just yelling at people. So, but I feel for the majority of her character, she's just a serious person. I like that little backstory she had, where she's like, it was like very Dragon Ball or something, or even like Thor-esque, where like she finds the hammer soon,
It's like
and like
explodes.
this lightning is coming down. I'm like, this is literally Thor picking up like Mjolnir.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, really funny. Did you guys talk about 34 as well?
Very
Very
briefly.
briefly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what were your
If
thoughts?
you want, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a gigantic fan.
Yeah.
I felt the Kaizo Sebastian stuff worked, like when it got sad there. I like their little like drone talking in 0.05 seconds.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that other character, the finger Chikaki, ugh,
You felt
go-
she was
go away.
forgettable.
Just
Yeah,
completely
I
forgettable.
didn't like her.
She only had the one line where they didn't say that the agent of Neil was an alien. They said, "Oh, aren't you like, Sirocco or whatever?" And she said, "I'm nothing like that alien." So
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a little weird. Of like, how did you know that? Like, are you kind of part of the same thing?
Right. I didn't catch that line.
But otherwise, that character was kind of throwaway. I more just enjoyed seeing Neil again, which was really fun, and I like that he is fully on board with helping.
Yep.
About helping us, but I should say helping Yuga.
Yeah.
Because specifically Kaizo says Yuga and his friends are trapped. He just goes, Yuga's trapped? He's
Yeah,
like, he don't
yeah.
give a shit
No,
about
no.
anybody else but Yuga.
No.
And I guess that's just because they're on kind of the same level.
Right.
Does that
Right,
make sense?
same
It's about like
Maximum.
it's
Yeah.
about sort of competence in that way.
But he corrected himself. He was just like, this is about the worlds, and then he goes, no, my provenance. Like, Asana having a maximum is against that provenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did that shock you? Because I, until now, really thought that Nail was going to be the reason that Asana was able to
I told
use
you, I said I had a feeling that he's involved, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And it seems like 100% we're wrong.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
more that she got it maybe underground, and that's
Yeah.
where they found this weird, like, ancient tunnel in 35.
It's weird.
And they
I wanna
seem
know
to
more
know
about
what
that.
it is, because
Yeah.
they're like, this is, and then the episode cuts. So I'm like,
Yeah.
do you know what this is?
we know?
Like,
Yeah.
is this something in a book you've read? Who knows? But
You're
yeah.
very interesting.
That was my catch up for the last 2 episodes. But 35, way more enjoyable than 34.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's agreed here at the
Yeah.
table. Definitely. Yeah, love Tiger.
I
mean,
did
really
enjoy
good.
Sebastian running, though. It just looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially him in the rain. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was.
God.
And then, like, all the jokes of, like, they're around a campfire, but you're robots. You don't
Yeah,
get
they're-
cold.
and, like-
and Kaizo has, like, hands. And I'm like, what is happening? What is going on right now?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I didn't have much of a stake in the massage versus
No.
acupuncture.
And also, as a final point, Rook is an idiot, okay? It's just like, he was one of my favorite characters when this show started.
Yeah.
He's quickly becoming very annoying for me.
Really?
And, like, I'm really not, like, he's a great duelist, and
because I've seen a few other people say that.
I actually
so you're
miss
not-
him actually dueling, because I feel like that's when he's most interesting. But, like, the antics are getting old, right? Like, if you want to make the joke with the squares and the prototype, fine. But, like, the picking up the machine parts, and I'm like, bro, like... What? Why
Yeah.
would you even feel a need to pick up random parts in a cave? Like, wouldn't you think, like, how long these have been here?
Yeah,
like,
he's-
just leave it alone. man.
I feel like every episode they're trying to like out-dumb him. Like, what can we do in this episode to make him dumber than he was in the last
He
episode?
reminded me, and Nick T will get this, and some of you Avatar fans will get this out there. Remember when they got stuck in the Cave of Two Lovers?
Oh, of
and
course.
they went with the banjo playing guy
Yep.
that they clearly were smoking weed, but we
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know that as a kid. That guy, how annoying he was. I felt like Sokka in the
Yeah,
moment in this
yeah, he's like,
episode, and that the Rook was that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude,
Dude, what are
like,
you doing?
Please,
Yeah.
like, get it together. We could die in here
Yeah.
if you don't stop with these antics.
Beautiful analogy.
But yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
That's
parallel
my
there.
thoughts.
That's fair. Well, thank you for your thoughts. We
I
do
haven't thought about that in forever. But
normally, we've already talked so much about 35, so I'm happy that Pete gave his thoughts. We are going to go into 36 and 37 stuff. We do have to pick this upcoming duel. Most likely, it's going to be Yuga versus Ranze, but We're not positive if it's Yuga. We just know Ranze is dueling, so keep that in mind.
So this does bring up a good point because during the present, Cammy asked, "Are you going to skip the pick'em for 36, or are we going to address it regardless if we like whether we know who it is or not?"
Yeah, no, we are doing the pick'em. We are doing the pick'em. So send in your picks. You can pick Ranze or against Ranze. If you want to pick against Ranze, you can just say against Ranze. If you say Yuga, your pick will be defaulted to whoever Ranze is dueling.
Okay.
You can say Team Yuga if that's easier for you. Again, the only one we're 100% sure is Ranze. And it's probably going to be Yuga or
Ranze. So when I watched the preview, it kind of looked like she was dueling the pigeon guy. So that's not the case.
No, she's not.
Yeah. Okay,
she's not.
Wait, real quick, can we address the fact that it looks like the pigeon guy throws Galliant off the stairs?
Yeah, he's also afraid of Asana because when he was in that room and the pigeon guy, and like she walked in, like, oh, the great one, and
I think he has a crush on her.
Yeah, you think so?
There's one shot. There's one shot. Yeah, but there's one shot in the ending, one of the new ending visuals, where like Asana is like sipping tea, sitting down, and the pigeon guy is just like smiling down at her and looking at her.
Maybe he just admires her greatness.
It was at the end of 34. Maybe he just admires her greatness, but
I moved it off.
I thought there were potential implications in that.
The only one I've gotten so far of that is Ranze and Yuga.
Yeah,
like clearly she's into him.
Well, and now Galliant.
Yeah.
You saw that shot at the end?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
It's just getting weirder and weirder.
Well, listen, if you think 36 is weird, all right, again, you guys have probably like 30 seconds to get off, and then we are going to go into 36 and 37 spoilery stuff.
Come on.
It was nice to see the newspaper people back too.
It's cool they've kind of utilized them. He
He
definitely pushes Galliant down the stairs. And then, of course, there's the shot in the preview.
Go back to the stairs. I'm putting that as my computer back.
We're going to watch
First of all, okay, here we go.
Get shoved down the stairs again.
I mean, like he got some airtime on that. Like, damn.
That could cripple a person.
I thought they were all part of the, like, is he the lesser class because he lost now?
In that shot, they also slowed it down. They did it in slow motion.
And they're like, what just happened?
I want to know the backstory.
And then she seems shocked by it too. I feel like that's. Oh my god.
It's like,
but he's like he could be like 35.
He looks like
it's just I just don't
but
like it.
Also, Chevelle, the pigeon guy, he's such like a little twerp. Like he's
he
so
is.
thin and like, and Galliant is jacked. So the whole
he somehow got him down.
The concept of him. It's like me shoving Dredger down.
This is legitimately.
And Dredger, like with like 2 broken arms, would still get up and like kill you.
All right, well, listen. Oh man, here's the summary for episode 36. Open heart, Ron's eyes. Yuga and company have found the underground machine cavalry arena. Galliant then stands in their way once again. He challenges them to a duel, but he's also in bad shape. Most likely because he's Seeing this, Nanahoshi Ranze simply can't stand by and do nothing. In an unexpected turn of events, Ranze starts to have fantasies about Galliant and decides to duel in his stead.
Oh,
like, is that what the Ranze character is now? Oh, we need someone to, have a crush on someone. Just give it to Ranze.
She's gonna have crushes on everyone.
Yeah, is that who she is now?
So I would imagine that because she's dueling for Galliant, she has to be dueling against someone from Team Yuga.
Which is probably Yuga.
Probably Yuga.
That's why that's why that shot is there. She's got the hard eyes going because it's like, oh,
yeah,
my old love and my new love.
Exactly.
The cast is Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Roman, Hanto, Ranze, Rinosuke, Asana, Galliant, Schwer, and extras.
Hanto?
The guy,
the weird sniffing dude that randomly came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Then he sneezed and he broke down a rock wall.
Sneeze. I mean, powerful sneeze.
So
that kid's adorable. I like that.
Now was Roman simping a little bit, that kid? Because she kept thanking him for the water and purposely just smiting Kaizo.
Well, I think that's just her thing.
Well, usually she gives him the praise and like you just say thank you.
Because he's kind of being a dick. He's like, "Don't you want to say something?"
He did.
He's
he did a lot of work.
He did do a lot of work. He did lose a friend.
So, are you ready for the episode 37 summary? No matter what you say, you're not.
Real quick, but yes.
I mean,
real quick before
like WandaVision.
I do want to ask something in regard to the pick'em.
Yes.
Tammy Stein initially put it in a vote or a pick for Galliant. How would that translate to?
If you pick Galliant, it will translate to Ranze. So if you do email, again, you have plenty of time to change it. You
Yeah.
have up until the duel time. If anyone picks Galliant, as far as we know, Galliant is not dueling in this episode. If you pick Galliant, you are going to be picking Ranze. I mean, that's,
Thank
you know, yeah.
Because this is kind of a unique circumstance, so we're trying to figure out.
It is unique, and part of me feels like it should just be a bye week almost.
We also lost, by the way. Did you guys talk about that with Sebastian?
We did lose.
Like,
we didn't
yeah,
talk
we
about
all
it. We all
lost.
lost.
Did most people lose? Or
There
did
were
some
a couple of
pick...
people. No, there were a few people who picked Chicago.
Yeah.
But a lot of people
Yeah, we
picked
just went
Sebastian.
boom right down the tube. That was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Not
okay.
as shocking as Roman Sushiko for me, but definitely shocking. And the show
So
does...
those characters matter a little bit more.
Right, that's true.
And it's also your two waifus.
But it was very similar to Mimi Yoshio, right? We knew what had to happen story-wise.
Yeah.
And
But
so
we didn't know
picked,
how it was gonna
We just
happen.
didn't know how
That was
it
also
gonna
a
happen.
weird moment in this episode. Yoshio just gets stripped and him
And they're like,
his
"Don't look
friends
at us."
are-
Yeah,
There's
I-
that anime thing where like they like wiggle
Yeah.
off and leave, and I'm like,
I forgot Yoshio was
Like,
even
what
in this
the
episode.
hell?
Yeah. So here's the episode 37 summary, and then we're going to make our predictions for Ranze versus Team Yuga. Episode 37. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sure.
Ku Kruk Ku.
Okay.
Feeling responsible for leading his friends into a trap, Rook challenges Kayama Schwer to a duel. However, Schwer tells him that he'll be facing Dove Rap, the pigeon, instead.
I thought we were done with pigeons and frogs and all this crap. Are you kidding me? Oh, it just makes one sound. It hasn't done anything. How can it possibly
Well, now that
duel?
you said that, the title of this episode is a combination between the sound a pigeon makes and Rook's name. Yeah. DMC literally wrote.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
You're not like messing.
This is
with
not
me
April
right now.
Fool's. No, I'm not messing with you.
When he told me that before the stream, I said, that has to be a mistake. They
Yeah,
must
no,
have
Nick
died.
T literally said that's a mistranslation.
And he said no. And then it's like, when I read it, you'll understand.
Listen,
And-
it's probably the weirdest
We
summary.
are not in GX. I
No.
am over this bull crap.
This is weirder than GX. Let me tell you this. I am really terrified because I feel like Sevens is the type of show that would give Rook his first loss.
Daniel J. Edwards, please, Konami, let me voice the pigeon.
You probably wouldn't have any lines. It's going to be the monkey from GX that literally doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, this could be the second time in Yu-Gi-Oh history that an animal that cannot speak duels.
Someone's got to go.
That's true. Daniel J. Edwards. It could
Yeah,
be.
you got
That's
Double up.
what his
Double up.
great talents. That's what he wants to lend them to.
Well, clearly. And then when they redo the movie of the birds, he could voice all the birds,
Yeah,
and that would be
it's
that would be
classic.
ticket to the top. Listen, crazy summary. These next two episodes are going to be wild.
Oh, yeah.
And if episode 39 is the end of this arc, which we have no confirmation that it is, we're just basing it off of
There's no
first
way.
arc was 13. The only way that it happens is right, because then even if Yuga Asana rematch is a two-parter, that means Chevelle Schwer doesn't duel. The actual pigeon guy doesn't
He's
duel.
got a duel,
He's
right?
got a duel. So I'm thinking that this arc is going to be a little longer than 13 episodes.
Maybe.
But we'll see. We should know for sure soon.
We'll go round 3 of Asana and Yuga.
Yeah.
Where we're going.
Well,
Or round 2. Or
well, I mean, what are your thoughts hearing that summary?
Why? Just why? Why do they do this to me? Why every time we get on one of these shows, I have to just sit through a week of like, what the hell is happening?
And why Rook? Again, because he was the one that dueled.
Yeah, and wasn't he
Schrodinger.
led his friends in a trap because he picked up all the metal pieces? So was there a trap after the
No,
whole
I
Ron's
think
Galleon
the
thing?
trap being the fact that he.
Oh,
Remember the pigeon
with the pigeon
and
thing?
so that's why
That was
it's
like 5 episodes ago, bro. Get over
That's
it.
why it's personal. It was actually like episode 27, so it was a while ago. That's why it's personal.
Because
the
it's
the
but you would
pigeon
think
was
it would
the
be
one.
you think it'd be personal with the actual man.
Well, remember,
no,
he's-
it's the pigeon.
Well, it's not
he's,
his fault.
he's challenging the actual man to a duel, and the actual
said no.
man is saying, "No, the pigeon's going to duel instead." I'm terrified.
I mean, think about what you're
I'm
saying.
trying-
Are you listening?
I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm genuinely terrified, and I would actually really not like it
Okay.
if this is Rook's first loss. If Rook loses to this pigeon,
I'll stop watching the show.
I mean, that
I'll
would,
say it right now.
I know. No,
I will stop watching the show.
I wouldn't even blame him.
I wouldn't blame him.
I'm very nervous because Sevens just seems like what kind of that wasn't
was
even
so
a shot.
aggressive.
You spiked that at my wall.
So you're not axe throwing.
Yeah,
like
now I'm gonna have to
Jesus.
repaint.
Oh yeah, that's why you're
so-
gonna have to repaint.
So frustrating.
That's why you're gonna have to repaint.
So frustrating.
That is why.
This basement's pretty banged up. A lot of crazy stuff has gone on down here.
Remember don't say it like that.
I was trying to say it like in a nostalgic way.
You make it sound in like a seductive type of way.
A lot of crazy stuff. I don't know what's happened in this basement.
Listen, let me tell you something.
That so implies that you don't remember what's happened.
I just hope Brooke doesn't lose. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that better not happen.
Yeah. We do have to make our picks for Team Yuga versus.
Sure.
So let's get that ready.
Yuga.
What you doing too bad?
Are we gonna get DMCA'd for that?
Dude, where's the group message
I got
we
it.
have? I'm in so
Here.
many groups.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You're so popular, bro. I forgot it.
I got you, bro.
All right, text me.
I
Oh,
see,
there it is.
Yeah, I see here.
Okay.
It's literally the group has a name, and you couldn't find it.
Let me know when you're ready. I know Calibur's pick, by the way. So again, you're picking Team Yuga or Ranze. If you pick Galliant, it will count for Ranze.
I honestly have no idea, but I'm just picking this.
Yeah.
All right, when you send it, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, like it
Woo!
happened. Like, right.
Last time we picked like that.
Well,
No, we've had some good ones, and then we've had some bad ones.
Oh yeah, Tiger. You're
We were
right.
unanimous on Tiger,
Yeah, we
but we
were.
were also unanimous on Sebastian.
And
Well,
me.
Sebastian's dead, so
And Roman.
his disgrace is forever permanent.
Come on, let's not talk about it that way. Jesus.
I mean, remember, Kaiser So's by, they left him there. He's out in the woods, the sun's beating on him, rain, he's done.
All right, Pete, you want to start?
Yuga.
Okay.
Give me Yuga. It has to be Yuga. I mean, how can Galliant / then Ranze then be... we're going to give Yuga another loss.
The only way that it doesn't turn out that way
Is
is
to
if
draw no result.
Yuga doesn't duel.
It could be someone
It
else.
could be Roman, or what if it's Rinosuke?
I feel like it's going to be Yuga.
What if it's Rinosuke?
It's personal.
If it's Rinosuke, Ranze.
Well, then we're
wins.
screwed. Yeah, then we're screwed.
Yeah, then I lost.
But I feel like Yuga's going to duel because they set it up where there's that ending shot there. There's some kind of love triangle thing going on. It's got to be Yuga.
Yeah, I'm betting on Yuga to win.
Right. And especially it's personal for Ranze to then go against Yuga because you have conflicting feelings. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Hopefully Yuga wins.
Picking Yuga.
I'm picking Team Yuga as well, for all the reasons Pete said. Yeah, we don't know who's dueling Ranze, but I can't envision Ranze beating whoever she duels. I just can't. If it's Roman, I'm going to be a little nervous, to be honest. If it's Yuga, I'll be very comfortable. If it's someone like Rinosuke, I'm just assuming it's not going to be Gakuto or Rook, knowing Rook duels in 37 and Gakuto just dueled Galliant in 33. If it's Rinosuke, he's the only other option besides Yuga and Roman to me, then I'm going to regret my pick instantly, and Ranze probably is going to win that. So I have to hope that it's Yuga dueling, and that's really what I'm betting on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Calibro picked Team Yuga as
He also
well.
picked Team Yuga. It's kind of a weird one because it's a harder pick than it should be, right? Because Ron's just lost. Well, not just, but that was a couple episodes. But she
Right.
lost to
Galliant.
Galliant, and now she's battling or dueling in his stead.
Which
Yeah.
makes
So-
no sense.
Which it's weird, but like maybe she's adopted some kind of admiration for him and is dueling for him.
Right.
Makes you think that maybe this is like not only redeeming herself but also defending Galliant's honor. So it's like maybe that's a win for her. But like on the other hand, who is she? Would she possibly be beating?
but
if it's Yuga, that Yuga.
Here's my thing though. Like, let's say it is Yuga,
Yeah.
right? Which I think is going to be in 36 episodes. Again, I'm lose 4
No,
times.
that-
There's no
there's no way.
that happens.
But like if it's not Yuga, then like
Probably
you could
not,
make an
yeah.
argument that she could win. Like in this
Well,
specific
then
scenario, against somebody.
anything could happen.
Then
If it's
anything
not
could
Yuga.
happen, exactly.
Then
Yeah, if it's her
then we're
versus
screwed.
Roman, that's
or
a coin toss.
the hunt guy, we're done.
Oh, then it's
Oh,
over.
yeah,
yeah,
Hunt-
Mike.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
then we're done.
Mike?
But I really hope
Say
that
it, full
it's
name.
not Rinosuke,
The other
and it's
made that.
not and it's not the Hunt guy, as you said, and it's not Roman. We have to hope that it's Yuga, and I think if it's Yuga, I think picking Team Yuga gives you the best chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But if it turns out to not be Yuga, then
Then we're done.
Yeah, then we're done.
I mean,
That's what I
we're
think.
on a downward track in the pick and league.
No, but
Right?
Tiger was a good pick.
I haven't updated. I got to update the standings. The
Yeah.
standings will be updated very
It
soon.
was updated about 8 weeks ago.
I know.
9-10 weeks ago.
It'll be updated very soon.
Yeah, sure. Just like the legacy reviews. They'll definitely go up soon.
How many do you have in your possession?
1.
Yeah, there's about 8 more probably sitting on my desktop. I don't even send them because there's no point.
Well, I'm back to YouTube now.
Yeah, he's back on.
January I took off.
Took a nice vacation.
Took a nice
I
little.
saw you try to promo Nick T, rope him in there into the legacy reviews earlier.
Yeah. So no, it'll happen.
It'll never happen.
I should say,
It's
how
gonna
many episodes in are you?
Like high 20s, like 26, 27.
So I'm like, I could do it. I could do it.
Nah.
I could do it.
You hit me up, bro.
I'll hit you
Let's
up.
do it.
I'll hit you up.
Well, ladies and gents, that might be it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That might be a wrap.
Do we have any more? I think I just have only one more dono.
Beautiful. The craziness that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens.
All right, let me just scroll down.
Never a dull moment, as they say.
None on the link.
I don't think there's anything on the link, but if you want to check it, it might be worth check the link. In the meantime,
on the TV.
Let me read this. Another $5 dono from Drago.
Thank you, Drago.
This is something out of left field, but I wonder if there are 2v2 tag duels. If so, then I would like Roman and Tiger together as a musician duo team. That's a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
Because, we actually haven't addressed yet the sort of link between the two, that they're both musicians there. Like, you would think they would kind of,
Let's do some tag team duels.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yes, I would like. Actually, I would like a lot of. Like, how would that work in the landscape of rush duels? To be determined. To be determined.
Yeah, I would like that a lot. I don't know if it'll work in rush duels, but I think it would be really cool if it did. Mm-hmm. But that's one of those things where hopefully it does happen, and I would like a little spice to rush duels.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully it does happen.
I agree.
But Drago, thank you for the donation. That's probably gonna wrap things up here. I've been uploading more on YouTube. I stream a lot on Twitch, like almost every weekday night. You can follow my Twitch right there. It's in the chat. I also am fully, for the moment, streaming all Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on Twitch. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of you guys watched my Duel Links content on YouTube. I have moved that entirely to Twitch. Usually we do Duel Links on the weekends. I got a fun Valentine's Day stream planned. Probably just going to play some Mario Kart or something. So definitely come to that. I think we're starting up a Minecraft server real soon. So that'll be exciting.
That was news to me right on the Twitch stream.
Yeah,
we
just
spoke about it together.
So yeah, follow me on Twitch if it interests you, if you enjoy me. And if you don't, and you're like, once a week's enough, I appreciate you even being here and watching. So
I would understand that.
I would understand that too.
Before we get into any more promos,
yes, that's it for me.
We have another $10 donation from XLayer64.
Thank you, X.
Said, oh yeah, Pete and Nick T there. There is now a second maximum set coming.
Yep.
My bet is that Rook is getting a maximum, maybe Roa or the main villain of the next arc.
Bring back Roa, bro.
Bring back Roa, and of course the name of one of the sets that's coming out, the live set or whatever it's
Dynamic
called.
Eternal Shiosei swooping in with.
She is good, man. We are on the same wavelength. That's what I was gonna say.
All the way, hundreds of miles away.
Me and she,
hundreds
of thousands.
Bring her back.
Miles away. She's not even in the country anymore.
That means she's not on the planet.
She lives in Atlantis.
It's still on the planet, though.
See that?
I didn't say off the planet. I said
hundreds of thousands of miles.
You said hundreds of thousands of miles. That would imply off the planet. She's on the moon.
I'll fact check that. I'm not sure if you're right.
Yeah.
Shiosei, Dynamic Eternal Life. I think that's a Roa set, but we'll see. Either way, more maximums are always going to get 2 thumbs up for me. And X-Slayer, thank you for another late donation. Again, I have my Twitch. All my socials are down below. All these guys' socials are down below. Cal streams on Twitch and Twitter. He tweets. You can follow him down there. Pete and Nick T, a lot of cool stuff going on. Listen to them. Hear them out.
First and foremost, where do I start? I play in a hardcore band called Mom Fight. We're in the process of writing and recording our first full length. If you're into heavy music, the link actually is in the description. And you can follow the band at, Mom Fight NJ on Twitter and Instagram. On the other side of that same coin, I personally play music as an artist called Nameling, which most of you know. The link is not in the description, but I'll put that right here. The social is, but here's
ready.
If you want to listen to the EP that I put out about a month ago, you can listen to it anywhere: YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, anywhere you can stream music, pretty much, or purchase music. That includes Bandcamp, iTunes, etc. So you can check it out there. I have a music video out for one of those songs, Magic 8 Ball. You go to Nameling, type in Magic 8 Ball, and you can see that music video. It's really cool. And then finally, on Sunday and Monday nights, and now sometimes Tuesdays, I stream on Twitch. I just finished Fire Emblem a couple weeks ago. Been playing like some short sessions. I just did Pokemon Snap and Mario Kart 64, both of which I'm terrible at. And we're just going to do some short games for the next couple weeks, so join me there. We usually start at like 11:30 EST.
Awesome. Run channel called Clueless Gamers over on YouTube. I have to film a podcast probably tomorrow night with my friend Brian because we host a weekly NFL podcast. It'll be our last episode of the 2020 season, wrapping up the Super Bowl and kind of the whole season, and then we'll do a couple videos for the offseason. So if you're interested in that, please check out First and 10 over on Clueless Gamers. And also, I'm about to finish later tonight episode 5 of WandaVision, the edit there. So that will be up later tonight, probably in the middle of the night here on the East Coast. So if you're interested in that, please check that out. I would really appreciate that. And follow me on Twitter down below at PeteVaccaro21.
These guys do great stuff. Please follow them. Without them, we would not be able to do Sevens Up on a weekly basis. I would not be able to do a lot of the things I do on Twitch and on YouTube. So big thank you to Pete. Thank you to Nick T. Thank you guys for coming on. Really do appreciate it. Of course. Thank you for being a part of it. And we miss Calibro.
He'll join us whenever.
He'll join us soonish, hopefully. But we'll see. And maybe Jordan at some point, too.
Yeah.
Love all of you guys.
It's funny. She actually just started watching the show. She's watching it at 1.5 times speed right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We'll have a conversation about that.
That's crazy. Well, Jordan just started 7, so we'll see if she catches up. Daniel J. Edwards, follow him as well. Great voice actor, great part of the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I love each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for everything, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
Peace.